going to zoom straight on over. So, as we said, Armeegruppe Adler is on the defense tonight. The Rusty 40 is on the offensive. Rusty 40 need to do something big tonight. Currently sitting at the bottom of the group 2. They need a win with as many caps as possible to help them going forward into the semi-finals. If Armeegruppe Adler get a win tonight, I believe they will automatically qualify for the semi-finals. And we can see Armeegruppe Adler already spawning a lot of their troops on the first defense zone. We've got a lot spawning on the second objective as well. We're going to fly on over to the French team now. Trying to go there as quick as I can. So we can see there's currently a lot of spreading out going on. So we've got a Panhard, an MSP, and the command car flanking out to one side. Coming down the main road, we've got 2 light tanks. We've got the Renault 38, a great tank. We saw them used very effectively with Cole FR. Further from them, I think that might be the AT truck, or is it another MSP? Could just be a transport. Honestly, I'm not too familiar with the random transports they get. And we've got a squad going out here. I'm going to guess this is going to be Logi. So yeah, we've got Logi setting up over here. Their mortars are setting up. As we've seen so far in the Rusty 40 games, they have had very effective mortars so far. Probably some of the most effective mortars in all games so far. What do we have over here? Over here we have the command car, currently stuck in a ditch. We won't talk about TJ's driving. He's not the best driver. We'll ignore that for now. So, as I said, there's a big push coming up from the middle here. This is what Rusty 40 need to do tonight. They are going to be supported by the 238 Renault tanks. And this is what they need to do. They're going to have to utilize their tank support early on to get that first cap. Flanking out here, so they dropped off a second MSP over here, and there is a squad. I think this squad will probably be led by Tim. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7-man squad moving in from, what would this be? This would be the east side. And then further back, we've got Jonah leaving a squad as well with Bobby Planet, Scroobius, Ricky, Iron Mike, Winsky. Looks like they're trying to move and flank around towards the second objective. Very smart thing to do. That's what they need to do. Cut off the reinforcements of the Germans. Speaking of the Germans, let's look over the defenses a little bit. So we've got the 7ID squad here, infantry squad, push forward from the objective. And they're probably laying in wait in the trees and in the bushes. You can see there's actually no one on the capture zone. And this is what they need to do. This is what pays off. We saw it pay off for the Cole FR, where the defenders are aggressive. The defenders need to be aggressive. They don't want to just sit back and wait for Rusty 40. You can see the Renault 38 is pushing forward. We're currently on board a ATR. Might be able to snipe off a crewman here, but it looks like he's just buying his time, being patient. And he goes down, sprayed down by the Renault 38 there. Who is in the Renault 38? It's Gizmo and Tenpin, experienced tankers. We've got Waffle and Jackal over here in the other 38. Looks like they're spotting each other very nicely. Working with the infantry, trying to push forward. We've got a lot of exchanges going down at the moment. 2 dead German defenders here. So the first engagements have been on the front. We can actually see there's some AT fire going out. I'm trying to look to see where this AT fire is coming out. There's something big shooting at the Renaults. You can see the defenders, and this is what I call the defenders have set up a perimeter. They knew they would probably be getting flanked. And this is what Armeegruppe Adler have done. They've set up a very nice perimeter, good spacing from all their troops, looking to push back or at least detect any flanking coming from the side. We'll group back over to the front now. And it looks like the 39 IR squad has been completely wiped out. There's a bit of a pocket here that is opened up. The Renault 38 continuing to push forward with the infantry just behind, supporting closely behind. Shots going out. This is a nighttime map, so it's very hard to spot. It's harder to spot infantry on these nighttime maps, especially in the dense forests and bushes. We've got Gizmo and Tenpin here, pushing onto the main road, pushing quite deep. Good position for them, actually. As long as they don't get flanked and taken out, this is actually a good spot for them to hold, because they can kill any reinforcing defenders while the rest of the team pushes forward. We'll scoot back over to the front line. Waffle and Jackal continuing to support the infantry pushing forward here. The infantry from Rusty 40 spreading out along this front line, slowly pushing the defenders back through the forest. We'll zoom over to the flank now, where Timmy and his 7-man squad were pushing in. And I've got to say, so far, this is looking very strong for Rusty 40. They've taken the main road on the east side with the tank support. So this is actually good work so far. Good work so far from Rusty 40, gaining a lot of ground and pushing the defenders back. We've got Jonah and his squad over here. I actually see 2 Jonahs at the moment, so that's very interesting. I wonder if he's got a twin. Mortars coming in now. That sounds like enemy mortars, so the German team probably rocking a mortar team as well. I'm not going to waste time looking for it. I just saw some AT fire going out, so let's see if we can find what is shooting. And I think it's this. Is this an AT gun? It isn't, but this is over here. I saw the muzzle fire very quickly. Is it an 88 or is it a... It looks like... Is that the Pack 38? So a very... Look at the position of this AT gun here. Let me just hide nameplates. Look at the camouflage of this AT here. In the cliffside, in the darkness, with bushes and trees around it. Very good ambushing spot for this pack here. This is going to be very effective at holding back those Renault 38s. Not only that, but I also heard a tank flanking over here. So let's have a look at what tank the Germans are fielding so far. So they actually have... Is this a Panzer IV? Is this the 1940 Panzer IV? I believe it is. So they've got their heavy tank out. I'm going to say that tank's going to be hard to deal with for the Germans, for the French team so far. If the French are only rocking the Renault 38s, it's going to be very hard for them to deal with that heavy German tank. But back to the capture zone. Gizmo, Tenpin push forward in their Renault. They're actually hidden from the AT gun by this building. And infantry close by, Zodiac and his squad pushing close by. You can see that AT gun fire coming down. Further back, Waffle supporting the infantry that was with him. Gotta say, this is so far very good work by Rusty 40 here. They knew what they had to do, and they're pushing very quickly to get onto this cap. Very good work and coordination from them here. Gizmo and Tenpin are gonna have to be careful though, because that AT gun is gonna be able to blind fire onto the Renault. So this tank here needs to be a little bit careful. That AT gun has a brilliant position. There's one shot coming in, and I believe that was just an AT rifle. Tenpin running over Crazy Legs. I'm sure Crazy Legs is going to appreciate that. Poor Crazy Legs getting run over by his own tank. I mean, we won't speak on the French leadership. We all know French leadership is it's something that could be improved on. So we've got the Rip squad there still trying to flank behind. I want to zoom over this. I'm going to guess this is a 222. Is this a 222? It is. So we've got a 3-man IR, an IR, sorry, 390 IR 222. And the 222 is going to be very effective on this map. It looks like the MSP was discovered. Is that an American MSP? In 1940? Very strange. We'll zoom back over to the cap now, and there's a lot of exchanging going on here. So the Renault 38 is still live. Trying to support the infantry of Rusty 40, as the infantry from Rusty 40 have almost pushed all the way along to the main road. The Renault 38 here from Gizmo and Tenpin doing a lot of work, actually getting plenty of kills so far. And this is the power of tanks on the Chapter 2 maps. The tanks really don't have to fear infantry. The ATR rifles, very ineffective against tanks on these Chapter 2 maps. The only thing the tanks have to worry about, and like I said, here goes down a tank here. I didn't see what killed this tank. It could have been the German tank, or it could have been the AT rifle, or it could have been AT mines. AT mines are really the only thing tanks have to worry about. The mines from AT. Speaking of mines from AT, the P4 here has taken a little bit of damage, and you can see there's a 40-to-1 infantry squad right behind him. They've killed the commander. AT rifle ineffective, but they did kill the commander. And you can see there is a full 40-to-1 squad pushing in from this angle, and this is what Rusty 40 need to do. They need to get behind enemy lines, and they need to cut off the reinforcements. We've got logistics over here from the defenders, I believe. Yeah, they built up an 88, and this is what's destroyed the Renault. I can already tell this 88 will be the thing that took out the Renault. The gunner has two spotters for him, and they're trying to spot the Panhard and take the Panhard out. Shot narrowly missing there. The Panhard knows he's being shot by something heavy, and it looks like he's just trying to get away from the line of fire. So, what started as a good initial push from Rusty 40 has been repelled by the German defenders. Now that the German defenders have tanks and they have their heavy ATs up on the field, they have managed to push the infantry back from Rusty 40. So Rusty 40 is going to have to regroup and come back strong again. They are going to have to regroup. I'm just trying to find where that 2-2 is. It looks like the 2-2 is flanking all the way out on the edge of the map there, look. The 2-2-2 looking like he's just going to hold the edge of the map, making sure nothing sneaks behind, making sure no MSPs and no Logi get behind the defenders. But I've got to say, it's still possible for Rusty 40 here to continue this push. The defenders still don't have a good grasp on things here. There's still only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders, but they are quite spread and they are being pinned. You can see the mortar fire coming down. Look how accurate this mortar fire is from the Rusty 40 guys. It's landing straight on point, but currently it's ineffective. There's no one on point. It's accurate, but they're bombing a position that currently has no one on it. If I was Rusty 40, I'd maybe split up my mortars a little bit. Have mortars bombing this area here, because you know this is a very valuable spot, and it's where the defenders like to put MGs, and it's also where they hide rallies. As here, look, you can see this is a perfect little divot for rallies to be hidden and for MGs to hide. So if I was Rusty 40, I would split up the mortars and bomb maybe in a straight line along this road here. We'll look at the time. So it is 32 minutes, so artillery and commander assets can be used, and the Panhard found the flanking 222, and the Panhard from Dylan and Nuts found the 222, and they did destroy it in the Panhard. The Panhard is a very strong French tank on these Chapter 2 maps. Some would say overpowered. So we've got the Renault 38 pushing forward again. Gizmo and Temp in the original 38. It'll be interesting to see what Waffle and Jack have used. Their 38 did go down. Are they going to be using another 38? Good use of a tank there. I've got to say the Renault 38 is probably the best infantry support tank in this situation. Very small, and it's very agile, so it makes it perfect for getting in and out of the tree lines here. Even better than the Panhard. So you can see the infantry here from Rusty 40. They're pushing forward again. They've almost pushed towards the main road here. The Renault 38 doing work. Artillery coming down now. I don't know whose artillery that is. I'm gonna guess that is French artillery, because it was right on the cap zone. The M41 squad over here continuing to push forward, but they are getting hit hard by the 88 over here. I feel Rusty 40 need to commit to taking out this 88. TJ infantry is over here. Maybe a bombing run. Maybe calling in a bombing run on this 88 would be the thing to do. TJ moving in. He might see the rally here. TJ has got his binoculars out. He's marking it. He didn't see the rally. But you can see the return fire. I think that's the Renault maybe returning fire on the 88. I would not be surprised if we see a bombing run on this 88 any second. We'll hide nameplates for a second. So you can see it's actually hard for the gunner to see anything over there, but he has got a commander or a squad leader next to him marking targets for him. So this 88 is going to be blind fire into the forest, and that's all we really need to do. The splash damage from the 88 has a big range, and he's done an effective job so far at holding back the infantry. And I think he's even hit the tank at some point. Did he hit the tank? No, the tank is safe. Got Skodak here actually getting killed by the 88. See, that's the splash damage. The splash damage hit the tree there, and it killed his friendly soldier all the way over there. So, meanwhile, I actually missed this, but it looks like there was a big infantry push on cap, probably led by Tim. He does currently have Women, Weed, and Weather currently alive. So, Rusty 40 have one soldier on cap, and they are getting reinforced. Zodiac pushing forward his squad. Gizmo with that Reynolds 38, and this could be a good opportunity for them right now. This could be a good opportunity for them to take this first cap. You can see that squad there from 40 to 1. Just sorry, before I speak about that, they have neutralized the cap, so this is good work by Rusty 40 so far. They are ahead in tickets. They have neutralized the first cap. 40 to 1. That squad that flanked around has done a good job of stalling the reinforcements. This is what Rusty 40 needed to do. They needed to get behind enemy lines and stall the reinforcements. But is it going to be enough? Is Rusty 40 going to be able to get this capture zone? You've got both tanks on point now. This would be a very good target if a Stuka came in at this point. But you can see the amount of numbers Rusty 40 have thrown on point. They've got 2 full infantry squads and the 2 Renaults. And here comes the German artillery. The German artillery coming down on point. Look at the names going down. 2 kills. The tanks both going down. That's what happens when you stack tanks. Rusty 40 do have infantry alive, but they just lost 2 full squads and 2 tanks there. That's what you get for stacking tanks. I feel you should never stack tanks when you know commander assets are available. And Rusty 40, who did a great job getting on this cap, are now outnumbered on the cap with only Dino. No, Dino. Is Dino alive? He had 2 names. So Dino is currently the only one alive on cap here. There is infantry support coming in. Crazy Legs behind. Look at this smoke barrage coming in now. So they know the Germans just used their artillery. If they can get back on cap, they can still take this. They don't have tank support, but they do have the numbers advantage. 1 kill going down there. The Rusty 40 guys doing their best to clear out these buildings. Dino alive in the corner still. Lots of reinforcements. Jonah here. Now, Jonah, who led the squad on the east side. Ricky missing a shot there. Can Ricky land that shot? Ricky missing 2 vital shots there. But they know there's a guy laying down in the bush. Getting flanked from behind. Vizar with the SMG. Getting a bunch of kills there. Flanked from behind. Great work by Vizar there. Getting, I think, at least 4 kills. Getting another kill there. And then finally going down to Dino. About 5 kills from Vizzo there. So a very scrappy fight for the first cap at the moment. It still is neutralized. Rusty 40 do have more on cap. They've now taken the west side of cap. A bomb coming in there, or a strafe. That was a bombing run. And there we go. Rusty 40 have taken the first cap. So, time's gone up to 40 minutes. Tickets are currently even. A shot coming down there. I think that was the 88 shooting at his own troops then. So, good work by Rusty 40. Although, you gotta say, this is the hardest... this is the easiest cap for Rusty 40 to take. Now, they go... It's the hardest cap. So, the first cap is the easiest. The second cap is now the hardest. But you can see already... 40 to 1 have flanked to the second capture zone, and they're already being a nuisance to the German defenders here. And this is what they needed to do. They needed to get behind the enemy lines, and they needed to harass the Germans and not give them time to get dug in on this second cap. If I was Rusty 40 at this point, I would maybe call down artillery close to the cap just to make sure they don't get embedded. You can hear shots going out again. It looks like there's been a tank exchange over here. So we'll just quickly zoom on over here. And it looks like it was the P4 took out the Panhard. So the Panhard has gone down. Nuts is still alive. But the Panhard did kill... the P4 did kill the Panhard. The 88 has gone down. I would guess the 88 went down to a bombing run or the Panhard, but the P4 is under fire now. The P4 is currently under fire. Its engine has gone out. It doesn't know where it's getting shot from, and there goes the Panhard. Great work there. Throwing the tickets back into the favor, and it was Waffle on the AT truck. What great use of the AT truck there. I mean, that is the power of the French. The French have utility on their side, such as the AT truck there. And now they'll field in the big boy. They have bought out the B3. This is the hardest objective. And what have the Rusty 40 done? They've brought out the biggest battleship they have, the B3, to try punch a hole through to the second cap. So it looks like the German defenders have completely given up on the first cap, which they saw they've fallen back. It looks like they're trying to get embedded. A couple of soldiers still alive. Dodo going down there. Vitz, the only one alive, under fire. He was a sniper, and he's just gone down to Trigger. Trigger using the... I forget the name, but it is the MG. So far, I've got to say, good work for Rusty 40. Ticket lead is even. But how are they going to fare on this objective? So, I spoke about those mortars earlier on, and the Rusty 40 guys have probably some of the most accurate mortars in the game. And you can already see the mortars coming down on point. This is what Rusty 40 need to do. This is where a strength of Rusty 40 comes into play. They're going to be able to bombard this point and make sure the Germans have a hard time getting entrenched. Is this guy still alive? It's hard to tell. He's vanished through the bush. I think they're all dead, and I think the game is just bugging out a little bit. But Rusty 40 sending this squad, the 40-1 squad, doing a great job. They're still flanking behind, making sure it's hard for the Germans to reinforce this second cap. So 40-1 have actually kind of secured the town here. And you can see there's a big infantry push coming in. Waffle with that AT gun driving forward. He can one-man that quite effectively. All you need to do is turn the truck around when it's in position. The B3 bombarding the point. And look at this infantry push coming in now. We'll zoom on over to the flank. So Zodiac, Dino, Physics, Tim, Crazy. They're pushing up from the... This would be the east side. Buckstragon here. Buckstragon will be interviewing later. He's currently, I think, the only German defender over there, and he just took a shot straight to the face. Buckstragon going down there. Looks like Buckstragon might be a radio man or squad leader, so they do know there's an infantry push coming in from the east side now, while there's still this big push coming in from the front. And look at these mortars. These mortars are so accurate. No German defender dares goes on this hill at this point. 40-1 coming in from this side as well. So Rusty 40 doing a good job so far. Maybe learning from Cole FR, where they know they need to send troops behind to cut off reinforcements. And so far, they're doing a good job. They're encircling. If I just look at the map for a quick second, you can see Rusty 40 trying to do a full encirclement around the hill to make sure reinforcements get cut off. If Rusty 40 can establish themselves on the hill, they'll be in a very strong position to then take it. Artillery coming in. This is German artillery trying to hold off the push that was coming in from the east flank. Only getting 2 kills, but that's good for Rusty 40. Now they know German artillery is going to be out of action for at least 4 minutes. So that's great for Rusty 40 here as they continue to push forward. We'll get into the action a little bit more. Jonah getting some love there from Planet. Ricky moving forward. Trigger. A 40-1. Whiskey moving forward. They are getting very close to the hill now. A good smoke barrage coming down. I'm going to guess that's commander smoke. And all the defenders have almost been killed on this front line. So Rusty 40 now pushing forward. And this is what we need from Rusty 40. This is what they needed into this game. They needed to be strong. They needed to get as many caps as they can. And so far, they're doing a great job on the second cap, which is the hardest cap. We'll zoom on Grims. Grims is a lie on the front line. He might be able to flank around and get a few kills here. Grenade going out from Grims. It's going to be very hard for the tank support to help the infantry here. The French tanks have a hard time going up the hill. They don't have powerful engines. But so far, Jonah, Ricky, Planet Gong, Maximus, Rice Wing, all on the cap. And you can see now, the Rusty 40 mortars, they've moved away from the cap, and now they're bombing further back, cutting off the defenders' reinforcements. Great communication there from infantry to the mortar team. The mortar team knows exactly when to stop bombing the point and when to start doing reinforcement bombardment instead. The 41 squad over here, cutting off more reinforcements. Look at this. Great job. What they need to do, Waffle getting very close to this this rally over here. I don't know where the AT truck went. They did destroy the AT truck from earlier. Waffle going down, unfortunately. So there is a strong defenders rally here, but it is under fire from the 40-1 snipers. Look at the snipers on the hill here. They know where that rally is, and they're just firing down on it. So they might have a rally up, but the moment they spawn, they're under fire. And look at the numbers on point here. This is perfect timing as well. The Germans wasted their artillery, and now they've moved into the cap. Rusty 40 have moved in onto the cap. It's not neutralized yet. Here comes a second artillery bombardment. Getting a few kills. But if Rusty 40 is lucky here, they'll be able to just to revive to everyone. But there is a strong infantry push coming in as well. Will they be able to hold on? Jonah, Planet Gong, and Sigurd. No, going down to German Bastard, who moved in with that SMG. But there are more forces coming in. More infantry. Physics throwing a grenade out. That might be a good grenade. A good grenade. German Bastard doing a good job with Rudian. Next to him, that SMG is so powerful. Woman trying to get a revive. Boja's going down to Internota. That was a great push there by Rusty 40. Very unfortunate that artillery came down when it did. The B3 here has pushed around, so they do have tank support now. The infantry do have tank support. This B3 moving closer and closer to point. And again, the Germans have no artillery, so this B3 will be safe for meantime. This B3 will be safe. All he has to do is watch out for logistics, place some mines on him, and also Stukas. Ricky moving forward. Rusty 40 need to regroup at this point. They need to come in strong again, and that looks like what they are doing. They're regrouping as infantry a bit further back. Meanwhile, it looks like the infantry that was pushing in on the east side have been pushed back. The UBA squad flanking around, cleaning up a few kills there. They're going to be a nuisance to the frontal infantry here. Mortars coming in. German mortars now landing in on the infantry. And here comes French artillery. French artillery being called down. Getting a couple of kills. Not being too effective. It looks like the 40-1 squad has been neutralized as well. And there is a second P4 here. Is this a P4? I believe that is a second P4. So another heavy tank there for the Germans. Very unfortunate for Rusty 40 that that artillery barrage came down. They were very close to neutralizing the second cap. Bobby is alive. There are troops alive on cap for Rusty 40. Here comes the Stuka. That Stuka is going to be on the B3. I actually didn't see where that Stuka landed. I was looking to see where it might land, but the B3 has retreated. He is safe. Looks like he's gone back to try support the infantry on the west side now. We'll carry on and we'll keep witnessing the infantry over here because Rusty 40 have got troops back on cap. I'm going to hide nameplates just for a second. Rusty 40 do have people on cap, but there are defenders very close by. Shots going out there. We have a glitch in the matrix here. We've got a glitch in the matrix. Ignore that. Do not witness that right now. That is not meant to happen. Ricky, Whiskey, doing a good job. Trigger moving forward. So they have taken the hill again. And they have neutralized the point. They need support here, though. Because you can see the German defenders. They keep throwing troops at this. And look how close the rallies are. If they could get some mortars down here, this would be very effective for Rusty 40. If they could get some rallies down on this position right here. Jonah went down. Trigger with that MG, trying to watch the west side, trying to hold the Germans back. Look at the smokes going out here, though. Iron Mike trying to get a revive on Bobby. A good mortar there. That was a mortar. So the mortar's coming in from the French. Bombing the northern side of the cap. Rusty 40 are in the lead when it comes to tickets. Jonah up again, but Jonah goes down to Springfield. Iron Mike might go down here. Iron Mike going down to Springfield as well. Springfield pushing forward. Planet Gong is going to go down as well. Springfield there with a little triple kill. Is he going to get a fourth? Is he going to get Trigger as well? Look at those mortars coming in for Rusty 40. Very close mortars, but that's what they needed. And they wiped out all the pushing defenders there. Ooh, a grenade there right in the middle, getting a few kills. So we currently have an exchange of mortars. We've got German mortars on the cap, and we've got Rusty 40 mortars just behind the cap. There are still troops alive on the cap, though, so it's going to be hard to say. The numbers are kind of even. So the cap is in the balance at the moment. There is currently 30 minutes left, so Rusty 40 currently have a lot of time. Lots of time still on the board for Rusty 40. So you can see the infantry from Rusty 40. They've had a bit of trouble over here on the west side. A couple of the Uber guys have been continuing to harass them, so they haven't really had much support coming in from the west. But Jonah pushing in close now. We'll zoom in on Jonah. Jonah very close. Getting a revive there on a squad who has an SMG. A kill going out there. Jonah pushing forward. We'll just follow Jonah for a second, trying to get himself in a good position to push off to hold back the German defenders who keep pushing on point. And so far you can see Rusty 40 have more names on cap. It is neutralized, so Rusty 40, unless another artillery bombardment comes down here, Rusty 40 might take the second gap here. It's all gone very quiet all of a sudden. And look at this, all the close by defenders have gone down. They've even frozen smoke on the rally, so any troops who spawn on this rally are instantly going to be taking damage from the smoke, and also grenades coming down. So I think Rusty 40 are going to take the second cap here. They just need more names on point to make sure that it happens. I can hear a P4, so the P4 is trying to flank around. I don't know how effective that P4 is actually going to be at this point. It looks like he's maybe trying to find where the infantry is spawning from, and maybe try to get some shots up on the hill from behind. A strafe coming in, and there we go. Rusty 40 have taken the second cap, so they've taken what is arguably the hardest cap on this layer, and a very strong show from Rusty 40 so far. They've also called in an artillery bombardment. I don't know if that was German. That was actually German artillery. So again, German artillery has been wasted, giving Rusty 40 a great opportunity to push forward from here. So Rusty 40 have come out strong. They've taken the first cap, and now they've taken the second cap, which is arguably the hardest cap in the game. They have the ticket lead, and it's back to 40 minutes on the clock. 40 minutes on the clock for Rusty 40. Very strong show so far. And the defenders are already being harassed on the next cap. The defenders are going to be, yeah, look at this. 40-1 are already on the next cap, harassing Armeegruppe Adler. Very good work here. I've got to say, this squad from 40-1 have been doing an excellent job of getting behind the enemy lines and being a constant distraction and harassment to them. They've embedded themselves in the town, and they're delaying the defenders as much as possible. We're going It's Lows here with the SMG, putting down some fire down here. So 40-1 doing a great job, making sure the Germans have a harder time getting embedded on the third cap. It's Lowe's pushing forward, getting a kill on Silver. And this is what Rusty 40 needed. They needed to get behind the enemy lines and be a continuous harassment. It Lowe's goes down there. But I would say from the 40-1 infantry squad there, they've done an excellent job. They've done an excellent job of getting behind, delaying the reinforcements from the Germans, and making sure they can't get entrenched. Now, what you see from Rusty 40, they are pushing forward quickly. They're trying to get in on cap, making sure the Germans can't get entrenched. They're trying to make sure the Germans can't get entrenched here. And you can see the German defenders are scrambling to get back. They still have a lot of troops over here on the second cap who are still trying to get back. They've got the P4 miles out of position over here. But it looks like the Uber squad are being a nuisance over here. They are chasing... It's the Renault 38. So the Uber squad are being annoying over here. But... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because what Rusty 40 are doing is they're flanking around the B3, pulling forward, and there is a tank over here. So we might soon have an exchange. Waffle is the squad leader for the tanks, and it looks like he's outside helping spot. We've got a P38T, I believe, basically a very light German tank. This is not going to be very effective against the B38 as it comes forward. I believe, is TJ the infantry? Yeah, squad leader, commander, sorry. TJ is the squad leader, so he actually knows there's a tank nearby. Uncle Iron getting the kill on the P38 squad leader as well. So the 39 IR is now down to two crewmen. And here comes the B38, the battleship of 1940. Look at him coming forward, climbing. And it is Goliath against David at the moment. Goliath getting the first hit. David bouncing little pebbles off the B38. If I was that 38, I would be fleeing for my life right now. That 38 is going to go down. The commander behind. And there goes the 38. So great work there by Gizmo, Tempin, and Jackal. TJ in support, no doubt, communicating with the tank crew. Goliath is the victor in that situation. Oh, and they've spotted the 88. Are they going to be able to take the 88 out before it turns? Wimblewind looking for where it is. There's also the Renault here. Do they know? Do they know this 88 is here? This 88 might be able to get a bunch of kills here. Waffle did locate it. Here comes the 38, trying to get the infantry kill, and there it goes down the 88. Great work there. Great work by Waffle, identifying the 88, communicating to the tank crews. That 88 could have taken out both the B38 and the Renault if it wasn't located. So great work there by Rusty 40 once again. And a ticket lead starting to open up for Rusty 40. They're 70 tickets ahead right now, and they're on cap. Has the cap opened up yet? So the cap is opened up. It is able to be neutralized, and look at Rusty 40. They have poured into the town, and the defenders of Armeegruppe Adler haven't had time to entrench. They're already having to deal with Rusty 40, who are pouring into the capture zone. Buckle doing a great job here, holding down one of the main capture zone buildings on his own. Looks like Eagle Serbian. Is Eagle Serbian going to move in? So Eagle Serbian moving in, looking to find if there's any Rusty 40 inside. He has got that SMG, so he has a huge advantage. Buckle, not located him. Buckle might be able to get a kill out the window if Buckle peeks this window. Buckle going to peek the window? No, Eagle Serbian going to get away. Derby Jack in a good position as well. Look at Derby Jack here. Artillery coming down though. This looks like it's desperate artillery from the Germans. So the German defenders calling in close artillery support. Actually effective artillery support as well. Managed to get a bunch of kills, but Rusty 40 have neutralized the cap. If Rusty 40 can keep getting troops on cap, they're going to take this. They're going to take the third cap. So that was desperate artillery there. Desperate artillery from the defenders. It was effective. It's going to hold off the attackers meantime. But the cap has been neutralized. Armeegruppe Adler pushing infantry forward to try to get on point. It looks like there's been some kind of exchange going on over here. So the B38 is still alive. It looks like the Uber infantry squad are doing their best to hold back a push from the east side. Tim, Physics moving forward. Physics and Milo having an exchange here. Milo hiding behind the bushes. Physics trying to grenade him out. Missed there by Physics. Milo under fire, and then Milo going down to a shot by physics. Good shot by physics. Headshot, so he can't be revived now. We'll zoom back over to point. Buckle is still alive. Buckle is still alive upstairs. He has his pistol. The point is still neutralized, and it's currently one from both sides is on cap. So currently, I believe the attackers will still be neutralizing, but there are some attackers coming forward. Buckle is on his own. Ingram moving forward. I don't know what gun Ingram has. He's got his grenades out, or a canteen at the moment. So he's only got a K9. So Buckle's still holding the main capture zone building. So they know Badder getting comms. Badder getting comms from his down teammate. Buckle is going to be under attack soon. He's holding the stairway with his pistol. Badder trying to do a gamer move here. Look at Badder. Look at Badder using all his senses to try to get an angle on Buckle that Buckle would not be expecting. Buckle holding the stairway the best he can. If Buckle goes near this door, though, Buckle might be under surprise. There's a lot of Germans pushing forward. I'm trying to get a good angle in this. So Buckle is the only one alive on cap, and there are a lot of German defenders on point now. There are a lot of German defenders on point. Here comes Springfield. Buckle looking away at the wrong moment. Oh, Buckle. Buckle was so patient, and then he looked away at the wrong moment. The last soldier from Rusty 40 going down on cap. But Rusty 40 did a great job getting on cap, but they have been pushed back. The B3 still over here. Maybe a little bit nervous to move forward at this point. Maybe just wanting to hold this angle. Trying to clear out Dodo. Dodo being annoying. I don't think Dodo is actually capable of doing anything here, though. No, Dodo's just an MG. So Dodo is incapable of doing anything to this B3. Although, if Tenpin gets out the hatch... Tenpin, rookie move there. He should have known better not to get out the hatch like that. Unless he did it to bait to see if there was infantry nearby. We've got Zodiac. Two Zodiacs pushing forward here, trying to push the infantry out. We'll just go on board Zodiac. Zodiac getting another kill there, looking for the rally. There is a rally nearby. He's throwing grenades out. Trying to push forward, going to get a revive on Tim. Tim is the squad leader here. Zodiac is the MG. This is Buxdragon. We will be interviewing Buxdragon later on. I think Buxdragon... Is Buxdragon down? Buxdragon is still alive. He knows Zodiac is there. Zodiac going down. Tim spraying through the bushes. They don't actually see Buxdragon. Tim is probably going to bleed out here. Oh, Tim died. Tim died to Dino. I think Dino's smoke grenade got him. The Renault 38 pushing forward now. The Renault 38 pushing forward. And it looks like they got the rally. I think one of the grenades from Dino or Rocker actually got the rally from this 39 IR squad. So their rally has gone down. They do have nearby tank support. Let's go back over to cap. It looks like at some point, Ziggart got on cap. He's in the cap building. He is on his own, though. He is on his own. He just has that SMG, a very powerful gun. And look at this push coming in from rear. Again, it's this 40 to 1 squad who have got behind the defenders, and they're pushing in and they're cutting off the reinforcements. Great work by this 40 to 1 squad. And it looks like at this point the German defenders are actually putting forward rallies. It looks like the German defenders, they know they keep getting encircled. They know they keep getting flanked. So what they're going to do is they're going to put forward rally points where they know there's not going to be much infantry coming from. German bastard here and his squad locating Crazy. Crazy Legs getting pinned down, getting flanked. Tim behind him also getting flanked. Tim going down. Crazy Legs doing his best to hide in a bush, but I think Crazy Legs is going to... Yeah, Crazy Legs going down there. They did get the grenade kill there, though. The B-38 is pushing forward now, and I think the Renault there, a Renault 38, yeah, Renault 38 supporting. They did drive right next to this rally. They didn't actually locate this rally. Oh, look at that rally. Gizmo has got to spot that rally. Is Gizmo going to spot the rally? just out of his eyesight, I believe. The Renault 38 push forward there, getting a few kills. So they need to get these tanks bought. If I was Rusty 40 here, I would think about maybe getting a third tank. You know you have tank advantage now. And you know how strong the French are. So if I was the Rusty 40 tank crew at this moment, I would maybe take one of the tank crew out of the B3 and go get a third tank to help the infantry in the town. But Gizmo did spot that rally, so that's another defender rally going down. Although they do have a rally nearby. Bucks Dragon's squad do have a rally nearby. Is Sergert still alive on cap, or is Sergert down? Sergert did go down. Bader is alive in a very sneaky position with his MG. But there is still 30 minutes, so there's still plenty of time. There is still plenty of time here for Rusty 40 on the attack. The Renault 38 moving to support the infantry and getting a lot of kills here. Look at this. It's just target practice for this Renault 38 here, getting a bunch of kills on this side of the field. The German Bastard squad going down to this Renault 38, and now the infantry squad is able to push in behind him because Zodiac and his squad, or sorry, Tim's squad pushing in from a different angle now. They've got the B3 over on this side. So it looks like Rusty 40, they've given up on the east side, but now they're pushing in from the main side, the frontal side. And there's going to be an exchange here. We'll quickly go on in. Zodiac getting the kill on Boost Gamer. Zodiac under fire, though. Can Zodiac get the triple kill? He's hit one shot. He's hit the second shot, so good start there from Zodiac, getting 2 kills with the MG. Ooh, that mortar then. A mortar or a grenade just hit down. Dino Physics and Woman all going down to a mortar. The Renault 38 pushing forward along the main road, doing work, supporting the infantry. You got that Uber squad, though. That Uber squad has been so annoying. They keep harassing. They keep harassing the push from Rusty 40. That Uber squad has been the most annoying and harassing infantry squad yet. Zodiac here. Still doing work with the MG, but he's under fire from the Uber squad. Tim going down. Tim was pinned down there. The Renault pushing along the town. The Renault knowing it only has to worry about 80 and 80 mines, really. It knows the infantry don't really have anything to deal with the tanks. I mean, the 80 rifle might get a lucky shot on an infantryman inside the tank, but you just saw there. The ATR rifles really are very ineffective. So we've got the B3 now with 10 Gizmo holding this angle. And I gotta say, this would be a great angle for the B3 to hold. It has a great arc of fire from this angle. If I just hide nameplates again, it's able to cover. Look at the angle of fire this B3 could have along this whole tree line here. It would be able to hold back any German reinforcements. So if I was the B3, I'd maybe hold this angle maybe. Or go get a third tank to hold this point of interest here, and it has an arc of fire all along those defending hills. We've got the Rip squad. Tim's Rip squad is still pushing forward, moving from building to building, clearing out the buildings at the front. We've got the 40-1 squad with the Renault pushing forward here. Look at the Renault just pushing through the town. Not a care in the world. Not a care in the world. So we'll zoom on over to the 40-1 squad. The 40-1 squad continuing to be an harassment, continuing to push in from the rear. We've got House holding this building on the staircase. He might get a couple of kills here. Being silent, Joe and It's Lows pushing in quietly. You'll notice as well, look how this infantry squad, they're not sprinting. They're moving at a very slow pace, keeping themselves quiet, keeping themselves in cover, and keeping their stamina ready for when it's needed. I hear a Stuka. I'm going to guess that Stuka might be on one of the B3s. On one of the tanks. Yep, exactly where the B3 was. But the B3 knew better to stay in place for too long. The B3 has moved. I don't know where the B3's actually moved to. It's hard to tell. Oh, the B3's actually moved all the way into the town. Oh, and look at this infantry squad here. Tim's infantry squad. They pushed all the way through the buildings, and they've actually got all the way into one of the main capture zones. If they can get that tank support now, they know a Stuka's just been called in, so they know the German defenders are lacking in one bombing run. They've got plenty of tickets, they've got plenty of time, and here comes the B3, the battleship, rolling straight down the street, helping the infantry. There might be German artillery called in, so they'll have to be watching out for that German artillery. But if this B3 can get itself into an angle where it can cut off any German reinforcements, Rusty 40, you're in a good position here to neutralize and take this over cap. Springfield moving forward here. Springfield getting a kill on Roker. Womenweed not spotting it, so there's only a couple of defenders, attackers left in the building at this point. Springfield firing on Darby. Darby, Jack getting a good kill on Springfield there. Womanweed alive in the building. He's in a fight for his life against Ivan here. Getting the revival of Zodiac. And both going down there to Ivan. And here comes, is that artillery? It might be mortar fire. It might be German mortar fire. It might have been German mortar fire. It was hard to tell if that was artillery. No, that's actually artillery. So here comes the German artillery, I believe. So, Rusty 40, no, they've used an artillery. They've used a bombing run. So this will be a good time to throw more forces forward. The B3 is sticking nearby, trying to help. Look at the ATR rifle just pinging up. They're not doing anything. This B3 just shrugging them off like, yeah, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a damn about your anti-tank rifles. So it looks like Tim and Dino did go down, so it was close. Rusty 40 were in a strong position then, but they just didn't have the support nearby. And you can see why they didn't have the support nearby. Uber are continually harassing. Look at Uber. Look how deep the Uber squad is going to push back the Rusty 40. They're looking for those rallies. They're looking for those spawns. They've been a nuisance. The B3 took a little bit of damage there, but barely any. Tim's squad is still trying to push through these buildings. And I'd say this is maybe where Rusty 40 have fallen off a little bit. They're not finding those defender rally points. They need to take out the spawn points. That's where they're falling off a little bit. They were doing so good at the beginning, finding those rallies and cutting off the German reinforcements. They need to do that. They need to turn up their audio and listen for where those rallies are. Speaking of, what is going on all the way over here? What is going on all the way over here? It is a tank of some kind. It's a German tank. It's the B4. It looks like the B4 has found a spawn point for the Rusty 40 guys. I mean, the B4 is almost dead. If Rusty 40 can take out this Panzer 4, it'll be a huge ticket loss to the defenders. It is almost dead. But that is why the attack just failed. It looks like the P4, along with the Uber squad on the east, found where the Rusty 40 guys are coming from, and they've just been harassing them. So you can see the defenders now from Armeegruppe Adler, they have taken back the town. They are at embedding. So there is 20 minutes left. There's still plenty of time for Rusty 40, but Rusty 40 need to regroup now. They need to come back strong. They need to regroup. They need to get a third tank out. I think that's where the balance of power will change. They're still fielding only 2 tanks when everyone knows Chapter 2 have strong tanks for the French. They are overpowered. It is known. They need to utilize that. They need to get a third tank on the field. It doesn't matter if it's only 2-manned. It would make a huge difference. So the P4 here barely survived. It looks like they're trying to find where the Rusty 40 guys are spawning from. It looks like they think there might be a rally down in there, but that's not the case. And the Rusty 40 guys are just saying, screw the P4, let it go do its thing. Let it waste its time. It's damaged. It has to go repair anyway. So Rusty 40 need to regroup. They need to start doing what they was doing so effectively at the beginning, flanking and taking out these spawns. The German defenders just said there's mortars on cap, and you can see there's been a few kills from Rusty 40. Rusty 40 with their mortar team. Again, every game we talk about how effective the Rusty 40 mortars are, and Rusty 40 at this point are just bombarding cap. There's a bit of lull in the attack. There's a lull in the attack, so Rusty 40, almost a 100 ticket lead, are using this lull just to bombard the defenders. Here's the Renault 38 again. We'll zoom in on the Renault 38. Renault 38 driving through the town, getting itself in a good position. This would actually be a great position for the Renault 38 to hold. If the Renault 38 can hold this position, and if a French tank can hold the other side of town and do crossfire, that would actually be great for the Rusty 40 guys. And you can see there's actually a big Rusty 40 infantry push coming in now. They've actually taken the west side of the town almost. They are pushing in. They did call artillery in on cap. So Rusty 40 getting close. We'll go on Planet Gong here. Planet Gong getting close. There is a rally. If Planet Gong has headphones, they'll be able to hear this rally. And there's the SMG. So a German defender, Yule, defending his rally. Derby Jack on the other side. Derby Jack moving in. Oh, Derby Jack going down there as well. To Ollie. Sorry. This Renault 38 knows there's an MG on this corner somewhere. Look at him. Look at him trying to scout this MG. Where? There he is. Not slow getting the kill on that MG. Good job there. Good awareness by that tank crew. A bombing run coming in. That was a French bombing run. I'm not sure how effective it was. Didn't really seem to do anything. Smoke on point. This is going to be French smoke. 40-1. Wrapping round. This is what they need to do. They need to wrap round and find the spawn points. Take out the spawn points of the defenders, and that's going to cut them out of the game. Meanwhile, it looks like the B3 has gone on a little joyride, and he's found the mortar team. I'm going to guess this is the mortar team. I can't think what else this would be other than a mortar team. So the B3 finding the mortar team and cutting off the mortar team. So good job there by the B3, locating those mortars, taking out that mortar team. I'm going to guess that was the German mortars. So now the defenders are lacking mortars. Another huge advantage for Rusty 40 here. They've got 17 minutes. They do need to start pushing this cap. This is where things are going to get a little bit dicey now. They do need to start working on securing this cap. 17 minutes. They need to do something quickly, and they are pushing in. You can see they are pushing in close. Jonah pushing in with Waffle. Waffle actually a tank squad leader getting close into the action now. We've got It's Lols here getting close to the capture zone. MG fire coming in here. Good MG suppression fire, pinning down the German defenders. Look at them just on the other side of the wall from each other here. Lads going down there. It's Lols. Come on, It's Lols. You've got to see. Oh, It's Lols. Well, it was a trade. It's Lols goes down, but he took Dossels. Then Bucksdragon went down from shots to the side. The Renault 38 actually took a bit of damage, so that's having to retreat a little bit. Rusty 40 continuing to push in. So this Renault 38 is being chased. They have found the B4. This B4 is going to get sandwiched here. This B4 is going to get sandwiched between the B3. I hope the B3 is looking this way. Oh, the B3 is looking the wrong way. The B3 could have got an easy kill then on this damaged P4. That is such a shame for Rusty 40. That was an easy kill for them then. I'll zoom over to the B3. The B3 looking... It knows, it must know there's a P4 in front of it. It's stopping. One hit, come on, get one more hit, and that's a huge loss for the defenders there. Ooh, my game almost crashed then. My game almost crashed. Gizmo and Tenpin getting the kill on the P4. A huge ticket loss there for the defenders. So the B3 now can push in from the rear. The The Renault 38, meantime, is very damaged. This AT gun almost killing the Renault. But he has found the AT gun. That AT gun almost getting the kill on the Renault 38. But Nuts and Dylan, we're just going to call him Dylan. Getting the AT gun out of it. I mean, Gizmo and Tenpin and his tank squad wasting time here. They need to be helping the infantry. They need to be helping the infantry at this point. There's only 15 minutes left. There has been a large infantry push here on the cap. Jonah, Planet Gone, Maximus, Roka, so many names. There is a large Rusty 40, but they're getting flanked from all sides. They need tank support, and there was a massive team kill then. There was a huge team kill then for a second ago. I'm not sure where that team kill came from. But they need tank support. This B3 needs to push in from the rear. Look at all the German defenders pushing in from the rear. That B3 wasted time. The B3 should have been pushing in on the cap from the rear, knowing it's invulnerable. But he wasted time going for an already inactive AT gun. A big waste then. They could have helped secure the cap. You got to ask, what was the B3 thinking there? So the B3 is flanking round. He is pushing in from the west side. But I've got to say, it wasn't a great time. Milo coming in. Is Milo going to place a mine on the B3? This B3 is going to go down. That is a HE. Is the B3 going to move in time? I don't know if the mine is enough to take it out, but it's going to do damage. Oh, huge damage there. Huge damage there from the B3. It took another big hit then. So that B3 is very, very close to being taken out. Rusty 40 is do or die now. They have neutralized the cap, but if German artillery comes down at this point, it could go back in the defender's hands. Look at the mortars though. Look at the mortar fire coming in from Rusty 40. This mortar fire bombing down behind the cap, cutting off the German defenders. The point has been neutralized, and look at the Rusty 40 infantry squad securing these buildings. They're over 100 tickets in the lead. They've neutralized the third cap. 30 minutes left, and unless artillery comes down on point here, I think Rusty 40 are going to take the third cap. So, and that's it. Rusty 40 took the third cap back to 30 minutes. Rusty 40 have almost 150 ticket lead. And the German defenders are already pulling back to the fourth cap. The fourth cap is this little barn chateau here. This little barn chateau. You can see it's actually a very well defended point. You've got these high walls with a central building with visibility on all sides. So this is what the defenders have to hold now. So it's going to be hard to shift the defenders out of this cap. But once the attackers get inside and secure the walls, it's very hard to retake. So far, great job by Rusty 40. The B3 did manage to flee. I guess it just drove straight down the hill, trying to reserve the tickets that it's got left. 30 minutes left, and Armeegruppe Adler down to less than 100 tickets. It's going to be interesting at this point. Are we going to see something similar to what the Parabellum did against Cole FR? Or Armeegruppe Adler going to say, look, we're down to 100 tickets. At this point, they've taken 3 caps. We don't want them to take any more caps. Just kill yourself at this point. Just rush the enemy. Would rather lose on tickets with only losing 3 caps than any more caps. So it'll be interesting to see what Armeegruppe Adler do here. Are they going to try defend, or are they just going to throw bodies to the front line, making sure they don't lose any more caps? You can already see, just as I mentioned, 91 tickets. They're already talking about the tickets they've got left. And there is an infantry push coming in here from It's Low's infantry squad. Look at them trying to push into the cap straight away. If they can get into the cap early on, take the building, it'll be huge. It'll be huge for the... Oh, a very poor friendly mortar fire coming down then. Very poor mortar fire, killing a whole infantry squad just as they was about to push across into the undefended capture zone. those mortars need to readjust a little bit. That was very unfortunate. They might be able to get a few revives here. Bobby Small's alive, but very unfortunate. Rusty 40 was so close to getting onto the capture zone, and that was just a poor communicated mortar strike there. So you can see the defenders, they've still got troops behind. Whether they're there to be an annoyance to Rusty 40 or if they simply got left behind. We've got the Renault 38 now pushing forward. Nuts and Dylan, who have been doing an excellent job in this Renault 38 this game. Pushing forward, looking to try help the infantry the best they can. Rusty 40 have a huge ticket lead at this point. Obviously, that's information we know. The players playing this don't know they have a ticket lead. They can't see the enemy's tickets. So that's information we have that they don't have. But you've got to say, Rusty 40 must know they've got a ticket lead with the amount of tanks they've been killing. Got Zegan here. Zegan going down to House. So a small defender unit here holding this little farm. The Renault 38 on the main road now, able to shoot straight into the capture point. He's able to shoot straight into the capture zone and hold this angle. A great angle here for him to hold. He should keep holding that angle and just listen for planes. A smoke going out here. Bojangles is down. Jonah is nearby. Looks like Jonah's trying to clear out this little building. Derby Jack running right in front of Springfield. Derby Jack missing his shot going down. But Rice, Rinse Wind, taking Springfield down. Banda with the MG position here, trying to hold back any pushes. So it looks like the German mortars are back online. Those are going to be German mortars. I'm going to guess the German mortar team has recovered and they'll be back online. Is this... Oh, there's an 88. They've actually built a new 88. This 88 is in a deadly position. You can see already putting shots down range and getting some kills here. This is Whirlwind, who was an excellent 88 gunner on the best map. He did an excellent job firing over 1,000 meters with his 88. And he's doing the same again. He's replicating what he did on the round 3 games in this game here. So we've got Zodiac with his squad. Oh, sorry, Tim, squad leader here, I believe, pushing in. Is that the MSP? It's a destroyed vehicle. So Tim's squad is real close to the 39IR squad here. Looks like they're trying to push in from the west. Very hard angle for them to push. They have to push across this open field. That's going to be very hard for them to do. Not the best angle for them to push from then. Meanwhile, back into the town. And look, Rusty 40 have completely secured the town. Rusty 40 have completely secured the town. And they are pushing forward. Do they have tank support? I'm trying to look for that Renault 38. But the Rusty 40 guys are completely secure. Yes, there it is. The Renault 38 trying to support the infantry. Jonah going down here. They're trying to clear out this building here. Goose Gamer going down. Badder with that MG. Shots being exchanged from many names here. There's the Renault 38. Trying to push back the German defenders. We'll look at time quickly. 20 minutes. And Armeegruppe Adler are down to 45 tickets. What needs to happen here? It actually Rusty 40 actually need to hold out. Well, they need Armeegruppe Adler to hold out. Rusty 40 actually need to take as many capture zones as they can. So they actually want Armeegruppe Adler to keep fighting so they can actually take more capture zones. But it does look like at this rate, with 20 minutes left and 44 tickets left for the defenders, it looks like Rusty 40 will secure a win here unless anything drastic happens. Shots going out here. Scrappy infantry exchanges going on. I can hear the B3. The B3 pushing from the west. Oh, it looks like the 88. So at some point, the 88 went down. I'm just going to zoom over to the 88 real quickly. So at some point, that 88 did go down. And it looks like 40. Is that 41? Again, 41 flanking behind, taking out that 88. More infantry pushing forward here from 40 to 1. 40 to 1, I've got to say, credit to this infantry squad here from 40 to 1. They've been a big nuisance to the defenders here. Continually sneaking behind, cutting off reinforcements, taking out vital assets. And again, same to Uber on Armeegruppe Adler. They've been annoying. 40 to 1 have been the annoying squad on Rusty 40, and Uber have been an annoying squad on Armeegruppe Adler. So you can see Rusty 40 pushing forward. There's so much action going around. I'm actually going to hide nameplates. This is Whiskey moving in. Whiskey looking to clear out these farm buildings. Whiskey going down to... Who's that hiding in the corner? Rain hiding in the corner. 30 tickets left for the defenders. The Renault 38 pushing forward, knowing it's safe to do now that 88 is down. Trying to bombard the buildings. Getting a kill there on Fiki inside. The B3 also firing inside. If I was this 38 at this point, I would flank. If I was this Renault 38, I'd flank to this position here, and I would just mow down all the reinforcing defenders. If I was that Renault 38. Flank down the road and let the B3 be the one who pushes on the front side. Use the Renault 38 to flank behind. But Ricky moving forward. Is Ricky down or is Ricky alive? Ricky's actually alive. Close to the front line here. Close to the capture zone. 26 tickets left for the defenders. I've got to say, Banda, I don't know who's the squad leader here for the Badder squad, but they've done a good job holding this angle and holding this little barn building. Springfield going down. Stream holding up. The last one alive. Zergen alive below him, but Zergen might go down here. Zergen trying to revive some of his teammates. A grenade. Did I see a grenade go out there? Yeah, a grenade. The Stream is still alive. Vizar behind him with Rain. Good job here by the German defenders. I've got to say, they haven't given up, holding every little piece of ground they can. The Renault 38 backing up a little bit. A plane coming in. I wasn't sure where that plane was. I didn't hear a strafe, and I didn't hear a bomb go off. 40 to 1 pushing behind. I've got to say, this is a hard angle for the infantry to push from. But they are making it work. They are pushing back the defenders. They are pushing back the defenders. And I'm going to guess Wirbelwind has had a horrible game. Most likely. His 88s have been knocked offline several times. We've got Jonah and his infantry squad trying to push forward on the west side. Looks like the Renault 38 took a lot of damage. He's having to go get repaired. There's no nearby repair cranes for him, so he's going to have to drive all the way to main base if he actually wants to repair. And it looks like Armeegruppe Adler are calling it. They're maybe calling this a bit early. I mean, they have 8 tickets. They don't know how many tickets Rusty 40 have. Or for all they know, Rusty 40 might only have 2 tickets left. They're calling it a bit early here. But Armeegruppe Adler are saying GG in chats. They know they've lost this game. Rusty 40 have done an excellent job, and this is what we said at the beginning of the game. Rusty 40 going into this game, they needed to turn up. They needed to turn up big time. They're gonna go away with a win, and they're gonna go with a win with 3 caps as well. So great work by Rusty 40. They did what they needed to do. They did what they needed to do. They were bottom of Group 2. And this is going to catapult them into sharing, I believe. In fact, I'll look at the leaderboard now. And there we go. Rusty 40 with the win. Congratulations to them. So they were at the bottom of the group for Group 2. And this is going to catapult them up into 2nd place. So great job by them. Great job by them in this game. That is going to catapult them up into 2nd place, I believe. As usual, I'm going to end the stream here, and I'm going to restart with no delay. So don't go anywhere. A quick look at the leaderboards. I'm going to restart the stream with no delay so we can interview some of the players now. And there's the leaderboards. So don't go away. The stream is going to restart, and we're going to interview Buxdragon from Armeegruppe Adler and Jonah from Rusty 40. So I'll see you in about 5 minutes, peeps. Take care.